The stars stretched endlessly across the black sky, silent except for the occasional hum of distant galaxies. Aboard the research station Aurora, orbiting the edge of the Orion sector, the crew of humans stared at the blinking consoles. Nothing had seemed unusual for weeks, until the signal arrived. It started as a faint noise, almost drowned by the usual cosmic static. Lieutenant Marichin noticed it first. Her fingers hovered over the console, unsure she had imagined it. "Captain, you need to hear this," she said, her voice tight with tension. Captain Elias Varga moved closer, frowning at the readings. The signal was not just random noise. It had a structure, patterns unlike anything they had ever recorded. Numbers and symbols flickered across the screen, forming sequences that almost seemed like words. Dr. Aaron Patel, the station's linguist and xenologist, leaned in. "This is old, very old, and it's not from any human-made source. These patterns, they resemble the ancient language of the Orion archives, but it's been distorted, altered over millennia. Can it be translated?" Elias asked, his voice low. Aaron shook his head slowly. "Partially, but some fragments, they spell a name we don't recognize. Or maybe a name we forgot." Mara swallowed. "Earth's name?" Aaron hesitated. "I can't be sure, but the fragments match some of the oldest legends. Earth might have a true name, hidden from the galaxy for thousands of years." A chill ran through the room. The crew knew stories of ancient civilizations that feared Earth. They were told that humans were primitive, unimportant, just another species drifting in a quiet corner of the Milky Way. And yet, this signal, it suggested something far different. Something dangerous. The console beeped again, louder this time. The signal had grown stronger, almost urgent. Lights flickered across the station. The Aurora's AI, Juno, spoke in a calm, mechanical tone. "Warning. Signal interference increasing. Unidentified fleet. Detected approaching the sector. Probability of contact. High." Elias's eyes widened. "Fleet? How far?" Juno's display showed tiny blips moving fast. Coordinates matched the trajectory of the signal. Unknown origin. Estimated time of arrival, 48 hours. The crew exchanged nervous glances. 48 hours was not much time to prepare for anything, especially for something they could not even identify. Could it be a scout? Mara asked, biting her lip. "Maybe, or worse," Aaron said. "If they know the name, if they know Earth's true name, then this is more than a visit. This would be a threat. Something ancient. Something that remembers Earth differently." Captain Varga leaned back in his chair, rubbing his temples. "We need to alert Earth Command. This is bigger than any research mission." Before anyone could respond, the station's intercom crackled. A distorted voice echoed through the room, speaking in a language no one could understand. But even in the garbled tone, the same fragments of Earth's true name appeared. Mara felt a shiver run down her spine. "It's calling us," she whispered. Aaron grabbed her tablet. "This is a warning," he said. "They are not here by accident. Whatever or whoever sent the signal, they want us to know something. And if they are coming, it is not to negotiate." The crew worked frantically, analyzing the signal, trying to decode it before panic could settle in. Every second that passed, the blips on the sensors moved closer. The hum of the cosmos was no longer comforting. It was a drumbeat of something imminent. Suddenly, the lights dimmed and the main screen flickered, showing shapes in space. Ships unlike anything humans had ever designed. Sleek, dark, and enormous. They hovered silently, waiting for what? No one knew. "Are we seeing this?" Mara's voice trembled. "Yes," Elias said, his jaw tight. "And it's real. All of it." Aaron studied the symbols again. If Earth's true name is known to them, then we are part of a story that began long before humans walked this planet. And it could end very badly if we don't understand it fast. The station shuddered slightly, a warning that the approaching fleet had begun some kind of warp interference. The Aurora's alarms rang out, red lights bathing the room in an urgent glow. Elias stood, his face hardening with resolve. "Listen carefully. We do not know what they want, but we're going to find out. We send this data back to Earth Command immediately, and we prepare for contact. Friendly or not, we cannot hide. Not now. Mara's fingers hovered over the transmitter. She pressed a key, sending the data. Outside the station, the vast emptiness of space seemed to hold its breath. Stars twinkled faintly, as if wary of what was coming. The signal pulsed once more, louder than ever, then paused. The pattern repeated slowly, rhythmically, like a heartbeat across light years. "Did you hear that?" Mara whispered. "Yes," Elias said, staring at the screen. "And it's just the beginning." In the darkness of space, the unknown fleet waited, silent and patient. Somewhere out there, Earth's true name echoed through the cosmos. And the galaxy was about to notice. The council chamber of the Galactic Assembly was vast, almost endless, with glowing walls that shimmered like liquid stars. Representatives from hundreds of species floated, walked, or hovered, each one observing the others with suspicion. Some were tiny insect-like beings. Others were enormous, their bodies stretching nearly the height of the chamber. And at the very center of it all, the holographic image of Earth blinked, spinning slowly in 3 dimensions. The message had reached them hours ago. The same signal the humans had intercepted now pulsed through the Council's communication networks. Its patterns, its strange language fragments, and its forbidden name had startled every member. Ambassador HFY, a serpentine alien with golden scales, hissed as she examined the projection. This cannot be true," she said. "Earth, a speck in the Milky Way, holds a name of power? Something our records say should have been forgotten?" The chamber murmured. Many representatives had read the old chronicles. Stories of planets that carried names so ancient and dangerous that even the Council had sworn to erase all memory of them. Earth was supposed to be insignificant. And yet, here it was. High above, on the central dais, Elder Wagner, the head of the Council, banged his staff against the floor. The sound echoed like a thunderclap. "Silence! We will hear from the humans directly." In a sudden burst of light, a hologram appeared. Captain Elias Varga, standing aboard the Aurora, flanked by Marchand and Dr. Aaron Patel. The humans looked small in comparison to the towering aliens, yet there was a calm strength in their posture. "Esteemed council members," Elias began, his voice steady. "We intercepted a signal. Its origin is unknown, but it carries fragment of Earth's true name. We do not fully understand it, but we believe it is a warning. Something or someone is coming." A sharp murmur ran through the chamber. Some aliens shifted nervously, while others whispered among themselves. "Explain," demanded Ambassador HFY. "Explain why this signal contains a name that should not be known. And why has it reached your primitive world?" Dr. Patel stepped forward, his holographic image glowing faintly. "Our research shows that the name is ancient. It was hidden long ago, removed from history, removed from all memory. But the signal suggests that certain forces older than the Council itself, have remembered, and they are acting on it." A low growl echoed from the far end of the chamber. Large, crustacean-like representatives banged their claws against the walls. "You are suggesting," one of them said, "that Earth is now a target?" "Yes," Elias said firmly. "If this name is known, if its power is understood, then Earth is no longer just a small planet. It could be destroyed, erased, or worse, if we do not act." Silence fell. The weight of his words settled like a heavy fog. Many council members looked at each other with fear, while a few glared, anger flashing in their eyes. Elder Wagner raised a hand. "We cannot ignore this. Our intelligence confirms it. An unknown fleet is moving in the direction of Earth's system. Time until arrival, roughly 48 standard hours." Shock rippled across the chamber. A planet that had never mattered so much was now in the crosshairs of the galaxy's unknown dangers. 48 hours? THONN's voice shook. That is barely enough time to prepare defenses. How could a species so fragile have survived this long? Mara's hologram flickered slightly. She spoke calmly, but there was urgency in her tone. "We are not fragile. Humanity has survived famine, war, disease, and countless challenges. And if this fleet wants to understand our world, they will find that we do not surrender easily." Council members exchanged uneasy glances. Some had underestimated humans for centuries. Others had never considered that such a primitive species could have the courage or the power to resist. Elder Wagner leaned forward. We must decide. Do we warn other systems? Do we defend Earth ourselves? Or do we let events unfold and watch from afar? A shadowed figure at the back of the chamber whispered into a device. Unknown to the Council, a covert faction had already activated a strike force, planning a surprise move against Earth. Their motives were unclear, but their intent was dangerous. Dr. Patel's voice cut through the tension. Council members, time is against us. The signal is not just a message. It is a warning. Whoever sent it is powerful, and they are coming fast. Earth will need allies, or it will face destruction. A soft rumble shook the chamber. Projected images of star systems flashed, highlighting potential threats. The weight of reality pressed down on the Council. This was no ordinary crisis. The forgotten name of a single planet could ripple through the galaxy like wildfire, stirring fear, awe, and violence. Elias clenched his fists. We are ready to cooperate. But Earth cannot wait for debate. We must act now. Elder Wagner sighed heavily. So it begins. The galaxy will learn that Earth is not as small as it seems. Let us hope it is enough. As the holograms faded, the chamber returned to silence. But outside, in the void of space, the unknown fleet advanced steadily, shadows moving through starlight. The warning had been given. The countdown had begun. And Earth, so far away, so unassuming, had no idea how the galaxy was about to change forever. The council chamber was quieter than before, but the tension was thicker than ever. Every representative's eyes were fixed on the floating hologram of Earth. Its blue oceans and green continents looked peaceful, almost fragile. Unaware the storm gathered around them. Captain Elias Varga and his team had been summoned again. This time, the council wanted more than warnings. They demanded answers. Humans, Elder Wagner began, his deep voice echoing through the chamber. We have received your signal, but you speak of Earth's true name. You claim it is known. Speak now. Tell us what it is. Aaron Patel's hologram flickered. His hands moved rapidly as he tried to choose words carefully. Council members, the fragments of the signal we receive reveal the name not completely, but enough to understand its meaning. It is the Seed of Infinity. A wave of shock passed through the chamber. The name alone seemed to vibrate in the air, ancient and powerful. Seed of Infinity? Ambassador THRYNN hissed. Impossible. That name was erased from all records. Only the oldest legends speak of it, a force so powerful it could alter stars, even civilizations. Yes, Aaron said. And the signal warns that those who know the name, who understand its power, may try to control or destroy it. The signal came from beyond a known galaxy, and it is coming here. Murmurs spread across the chamber. Many representatives whispered to each other, fear in their voices. Some were already calculating strategies to intercept Earth. Others were debating whether humans were truly ready to handle such knowledge. Captain Varga's image stood firm. Earth is not just a planet. Humans have survived countless challenges and adapted against impossible odds. But we are not invincible. Whoever sent this signal, they are not here for diplomacy. They are coming to take what they believe is theirs. Elder Wagner raised his staff again, calling for silence. So it is true. Earth carries a name of power, and now the galaxy knows. Humans, are you capable of defending it? Elias looked around at Mara and Aaron. Their faces were tense but determined. We will try. We must. Earth may be small, but it will not surrender quietly. If the galaxy want to challenge us, we will show them humanity's strength. Suddenly, the chamber lights flickered, and alarms echoed from across the council. A holographic display showed unknown ships entering the outskirts of the Milky Way. Their shapes were alien, unlike anything recorded in galactic history. Sleek, dark, and silent, the fleet moved with precision. Ambassador THRYNN's eyes widened. They are faster than predicted, and they are already within striking distance. Dr. Patel's hologram flickered as he spoke. This confirms a warning. Whoever sent the signal, they are not alone. Earth is their target, and they will not wait for permission. A counselor from the crystalline world of Zarna stood, her voice trembling. The seed of infinity, if it is unleashed, it could change the balance of the galaxy. Are humans aware of its potential? Captain Varga responded firmly. We do not fully understand it yet, but we know that if it falls into the wrong hands, it could be catastrophic. That is why we cannot hide. That is why we must act. The council members turned to each other, tension and fear visible in every gesture. Many had underestimated humans before, but now, seeing the courage and clarity in the humans' holograms, they realized Earth might be a force none of them could ignore. Elder Wagner's eyes narrowed. If this name is known, if the fleet intends to seize it, the galaxy could be dragged into a war unlike any before. Humans, we must make a decision. We will not allow Earth to be destroyed without intervention. But the path is dangerous, and not all council members agree on what to do. A shadowy figure in the corner spoke quietly, almost to themselves. If humans succeed, the galaxy will never be the same. Mara Chen's hologram flickered, her voice calm but steady. Let them come. We are ready to defend our world. Earth is not just a planet. It is a home, and we will protect it at any cost. The chamber was silent for a moment, everyone absorbing the gravity of her words. Then, slowly, Elder Wagner lowered his staff. Very well. Humans, we will watch closely. But know this, the galaxy has begun to pay attention. You may not be alone for long. Outside the council chamber, the stars seemed to dim. The unknown fleet moved with silent determination, closing in on the Milky Way. Earth's true name, the seed of infinity, was no longer a secret, and the galaxy, once silent and indifferent, had begun to whisper. Some whispered fear, some whispered curiosity, but all whispered one thing. Earth would no longer be ignored. The humans aboard the Aurora and the Council alike understood a chilling truth. The next hours would decide the fate of their world. And whatever arrived first, the seed of infinity would change everything. The quiet of space shattered like glass. On the horizon of the solar system, the first ships of the unknown fleet appeared, dark, massive, and silent. They moved with precision, a shadow sweeping across the stars. Earth sensors lit up with warnings, alarms blaring across every command deck. Captain Elias Varga stood on the bridge of the Aurora, gripping the console. His team worked frantically, coordinating with Earth Command and scattered defense fleets. Mara Chen's fingers flew over her controls, tracking incoming ships and plotting intercept courses. They're faster than anything we've ever seen, Mara said, her voice tight. They're almost in orbit around Mars. Dr. Aaron Patel adjusted the holographic displays. These are not scouts. They're here to strike. And they know exactly where to go. Earth is their target. On Earth's surface, massive defense platforms hummed to life. Lasers, railguns, and missile silos powered up, their beams cutting across the night sky. Humanity's technology had grown, but nothing could prepare them for an enemy this advanced. The first wave struck without warning. Ships fired beams that tore through the asteroid belt like a storm of light and fire. Satellites exploded in clouds of debris. Panic rippled across the control centers, but the human forces held firm. Elias barked orders. Focus on their weapon systems. Avoid direct confrontation unless necessary. We can't afford heavy losses yet. Mara's console blinked with warnings. They're flanking from both sides. If we don't move fast, Earth cities will be at risk. Dr. Patel studied the enemy fleet. Their formation, it's coordinated. They're using strategies similar to ancient galactic war patterns. They know our weaknesses, and they're testing us. In orbit above the Pacific, a massive cruiser of the fleet fired a beam so powerful it vaporized a research station instantly. The crew aboard the Aurora flinched, but Elias remained calm. They want fear, he said. We can't give it to them. Prepare countermeasures and hold the line. Below, the human orbital defenses activated automated drones. Thousands of small, agile ships swarmed, intercepting enemy beams, disrupting formations, and giving the larger defense fleets breathing room. The sky became a battlefield of light and fire. Mara's voice trembled slightly as she reported damage. They're adaptive. Every time we block a path, they find another. It's like they know our next move before we make it. Dr. Patel's eyes widened. It's not just intelligence. They're reacting to Earth's presence itself. They know the true name, the seed of infinity. That's why this is not a normal attack. They want control, or they want to erase it completely. Elias's jaw tightened. Then we fight like Earth deserves. Focus on survival first, then strike back with everything we've got. Humanity doesn't give up. On the Council side, alarms rang. The holographic images of Earth flickered as the fleet engaged the planet's defenses. Some Council members whispered their disbelief, while others observed silently, taking notes. Humans were resisting a power no one thought possible. On Earth, the people watched the night sky light up with the chaos of battle. Fear gripped them, but so did awe. Humanity's courage was visible, every defense system firing, every pilot daring take on forces beyond imagination. The enemy fleet shifted tactics, concentrating fire on key defense points. Cities braced for impact, while orbital shields flared, protecting vital areas. Humanity's ingenuity was tested to its limits, but the resolve of its people proved stronger. In the midst of the chaos, Mara spotted something unusual. "Captain, look at the signal. It's pulsing in sync with the enemy fleet, almost like it's guiding them." Dr. Patel nodded grimly. "Yes, the seed of infinity is the beacon. That's why they are here. They know its power, and they are drawn to it." Elias clenches fists. "Then we can't just survive. We have to control the narrative. We have to show them that Earth is not an easy target." The crew launched coordinated counterattacks, using ancient war tactics combined with modern technology. Missiles intercepted enemy ships, lasers cut through shields, and drones distracted the enemy long enough for humans to regroup. As the battle raged, it became clear that this was not a mere fight for survival. It was a war to protect Earth's identity, its history, and its place in the galaxy. Every explosion, every maneuver, every act of bravery was a statement. Humanity would not be erased. And in the distance, above the chaos, the enemy fleet paused, as if sensing something deeper, an unknown force tied to the seed of infinity, awakening with each act of resistance. Elias looked at Mara and Dr. Patel, determination in his eyes. This is just the beginning. If they want the seed, they will have to take it from us, and we will not let them. Outside, the stars burned like fire. The siege had begun. But humanity had made one thing clear. They would fight, no matter the odds. The aftermath of the first wave left Earth battered, but not broken. Cities flickered with emergency lights. Orbital defenses hummed weakly, and humanity's fleet regrouped in scattered formations. But aboard the Aurora, Captain Elias Varga and his team were already focused on something far greater than survival. Dr. Aaron Patel paced before a holographic map of the solar system. "The signal, it's guiding them," he said. "But I think it's also pointing to something else, something hidden." Marachin frowned. "Hidden? Like a weapon?" Aaron nodded slowly. "Yes, not just any weapon. Something ancient, left by a civilization that understood the seed of infinity. Something that could turn the tide in our favor." Elias leaned forward, his eyes narrowing. "Where is it?" Aaron pointed at a location far beyond Neptune. A planet once called Nix Prime. It was abandoned, lost in old galactic records. But archives suggest it holds a repository of artifacts, technologies capable of enormous power. If we find it, we might have a chance to defend Earth, and maybe even control the seed. Mara's fingers flew over the console. "Captain, our scouts confirmed debris patterns in that sector. Could be remnants of the ancient civilization. We can reach it, but it's dangerous. The fleet is still moving toward us." Elias clenched his jaw. "Then we don't wait. Plot a course. Prepare for rapid extraction, if needed. Humanity cannot afford hesitation." Hours later, the Aurora entered orbit above Nix Prime. The planet was dark, almost lifeless, its surface scarred with craters and ruins. Yet, amidst the desolation, enormous structures loomed, remnants of a civilization that had once rivaled entire galaxies. Dr. Patel's eyes widened. This is incredible. These artifacts, they're not just weapons. They are amplifiers, shields, even energy sources that can manipulate matter and light itself. Whoever left this, They knew the seed's power would be coveted. Mara's console beeped urgently. Captain, sensors detect movement. The fleet is aware. They are tracking our location. Elias gritted his teeth. Then we move quickly. Aaron, locate the main repository. Mara, prepare the defensive systems. We may have to fight our way out. Deep inside the ruins, they found a chamber glowing with soft, pulsating light. The walls were etched with symbols that resonated with the fragments of Earth's true name. At the center of the room hovered a device, massive and intricate, radiating energy that seemed alive. Aaron stepped closer, on his eyes. This is it. The weapon. Or rather, the amplifier. It can focus the seed of infinity's energy, projecting it across vast distances. With it, Earth could defend itself and even challenge entire fleets. But it's dangerous. Misuse could destroy us all. Mara glanced at Elias. Are we ready to risk that? Can we control it? Elias looked at the weapon, the faint hum vibrating through the floor. We have no choice. Earth's survival depends on it. If the fleet arrives and we don't act, everything will be lost. This is our chance. Dr. Patel studied the controls etched into the device. It requires synchronization, a bond between the user and the seed. The seed recognizes humanity as its rightful guardian, but it will test us. Only those with courage, resolve, and unity can wield it. Outside, the enemy fleet advanced steadily. Sensors picked up massive ships entering the solar system, weapons primed and shields glowing ominously. Earth's defenses were holding, but just barely. Elias turned to his team. Then we do it. Humanity faces impossible odds, yet we always rise. Mara, Aaron, this is our moment. Activate the amplifier. Mara and Aaron positioned themselves at the controls. Energy pulsed around them, synchronized with the fragments of Earth's true name. The device hummed louder, light spreading across the chamber and projecting a field into space. A sudden shockwave rippled through the solar system. The enemy fleet's formation wavered, their energy readings fluctuating. Communications from distant ships went silent. Something ancient, powerful, and incomprehensible had awakened. Dr. Patel's voice trembled with awe. It's responding, it recognizes Earth. It's alive. Mara's eyes widened. Captain, it's working. The fleet, they're slowing down. They're confused. Elias's face hardened with resolve. Good. That's our chance. Earth will not surrender. Humanity will fight. And now we have a weapon that proves it. But even as the amplifier pulsed, sending waves of energy across space, a shadow loomed. Unknown forces beyond the fleet stirred, reacting to the activation. The galaxy itself seemed to hold its breath. The seed of infinity was awakening, and with it, new threats and new possibilities emerged. Elias clenched his fists. This is only the beginning. We've found the weapon, yes, but the real test is still to come. And somewhere in the darkness of space, the enemy fleet paused, sensing the power they had chased for centuries. They understood now that Earth was no longer just a small, fragile planet. Humanity had awakened. The galaxy seemed to hold its breath. Earth, once a quiet blue in the Milky Way, now pulsed with energy and defiance. The ancient weapon, the amplifier of the seed of infinity, radiated waves of power that distorted space around the planet. Humanity had a chance, a fleeting, dangerous chance, to prove itself. Captain Elias Varga stood on the bridge of the Aurora, eyes fixed on a massive holographic projection of the approaching fleet. Thousands of enemy ships advanced, sleek and dark, like shadows moving in perfect formation. But now, the humans had the amplifier, and with it, a fighting chance. Status report. Elias barked. Mara Chen's fingers flew over controls. Fleet is disoriented. Shields weakening. Enemy is regrouping, but their movements are slower. Earth's defenses are stabilizing. Dr. Aaron Patel's hologram shimmered beside them. The amplifier is syncing with the planetary energy grid. It's boosting Earth's shields and projecting interference across the enemy communications. Their coordination is breaking down. Elias nodded grimly. Good. Now we take the fight to them. Deploy all ships, man all stations. Humanity will not hide. We fight for our planet, for our name, for our home. Across Earth's orbital defenses, ships launched in coordinated waves. Lasers cut through enemy shields, missiles tore through armor, and fighter squads executed daring maneuvers. Every human pilot, engineer, and soldier knew the stakes. Failure meant annihilation. The enemy fleet adapted quickly, targeting the amplifier's energy beams with precision. But the human forces were ready. The amplifier pulsed, responding to the courage and unity of its users. Energy waves distorted the enemy formations, sending ships spinning out of control. On the bridge, Mara shouted, "Captain, they're splitting their fleet. They're trying to flank Earth." Elias clenched his fists. "Then we hit both sides. Focus fire on the lead ships and protect the amplifier at all costs." Dr. Patel adjusted the amplifier controls. The seed of infinity. It's reacting to our intent. It recognizes humanity's will. The more we fight together, the stronger it becomes. But misuse could destroy us all. Elias's eyes burned with determination. Then we use it wisely. Every ship, every pilot, every weapon act as one. Humanity survives together or not at all. The battle escalated. Space around Earth became a storm of light and fire. Explosions rocked the void as ships collided, beams intersected, and shields flared. Humanity's ingenuity, bravery, and sheer determination were on full display. Above the chaos, the amplifier emitted a pulse so strong that the enemy fleet shuddered. Massive ships were thrown off course. Smaller vessels disintegrated, and the very fabric of space seemed to ripple. Humanity had found its advantage, but the fight was far from over. Suddenly, a massive enemy command ship emerged from the shadows, larger than any other vessel. Its presence radiated a chilling power, as if it were the brain behind the fleet. The amplifier pulsed in response, brightening as if sensing the challenge. Mara gasped, "Captain, that's their leader. It's enormous." Elias's jaw tightened. "Then we take it down. Focus everything on that ship. Humanity stands or humanity falls. Together." The human fleet converged on the command ship. Missiles struck, beams clashed, and fighters darted in daring attacks. The amplifier projected energy waves that tore through the enemy's shields, disrupting systems and communications. The command ship fired back, sending waves of energy that threatened to destroy Earth's defenses. But Elias, Mara, and Aaron worked in perfect coordination, directing the amplifier to counteract the attack. The seed of infinity responded, amplifying human will and courage. Finally, the command ship faltered. Its engines failed, systems overloaded, and with a final pulse from the amplifier, it exploded in a massive flash, sending debris scattering across space. The remaining enemy ships, witnessing the destruction of their leader, began to retreat. Their formation broke entirely, some fleeing in panic, others retreating in silence. Earth's defenders watched as the fleet disappeared into the void, leaving the planet battered but victorious. On the bridge of the Aurora, the crew let out a collective sigh of relief. Mara slumped into her chair. We did it. They're retreating." Dr. Patel smiled faintly, though exhaustion showed on his face. "Earth has survived. The seed of infinity, it recognized us. Humanity has proven its worth." Elias stood silently, looking at the planet below. Cities flicker with emergency lights. People emerging cautiously to see the night sky. "This is only the beginning," he said quietly. "The galaxy has noticed us now. They know our name. But today we stood our ground. Humanity will not be ignored." Above, in the vastness of space, the stars seemed to shine a little brighter. The amplifier dimmed, its energy settling but still present. A reminder that Earth held a power that could no longer be hidden. Somewhere in the shadows of the galaxy, observers watched in awe and fear. Earth had awakened, and humanity had proven that it would fight, no matter the odds. The stand had begun, and the galaxy would never look at this blue planet the same way again. The battle was over, but the galaxy was forever changed. Earth, once a quiet, overlooked planet, now shone as a beacon of courage and power. The seed of infinity, amplified and guarded by humanity, had revealed a truth long hidden. This small world carried a name that could no longer be ignored. Captain Elias Varga stood on the bridge of the Aurora, gazing at the planet below. Cities were damaged but alive. lights flickering like stars on the surface. Humanity had survived, and in doing so, had claimed its place among the stars. Dr. Aaron Patel's hologram shimmered beside him. The galaxy will remember this. The Council is watching, some with respect, some with fear. Earth's name, the Seed of Infinity, is now known, and no one can forget it. Marichin nodded, eyes bright despite exhaustion. We fought to defend our home. But now, everyone will be looking at us. Some will want to ally, others to challenge us. We're not just a planet anymore. We're a force. Across the council chambers, whispers spread like wildfire. Representatives debated how to respond. Many were impressed by humanity's courage. Others were wary of the power Earth now commanded. The name, the Seed of Infinity, had turned a small planet into a legend. Ambassador T-Chorwanen spoke in a tense voice, addressing the council. Humans, they have survived an attack no one thought possible. They wield the seed with skill. Perhaps the legends underestimated them. Perhaps we all did. Elsewhere, the remaining enemy fleets regrouped at the edges of known space. Word of Earth's resistance spread quickly. Some ships fled, others waited, cautious. Humanity had survived not just with weapons, but with resolve. The galaxy had learned a lesson. Earth was not defenseless, and humans were not to be underestimated. On Earth, celebrations were muted but heartfelt. Survivors helped rebuild, and stories of courage spread quickly. The amplifier was placed under careful observation, its power respected but controlled. Scientists and leaders knew that the Seed of Infinity was not just a weapon. It was a symbol of humanity's will and of the planet's hidden strength. Elias spoke to his crew, his voice firm but calm. We fought to survive, yes, but now we must prepare. The galaxy has seen what Earth can do. Allies and enemies alike will watch. Our role has changed. We are no longer just inhabitants of a quiet world. We are guardians of something ancient, something powerful. Mara smiled faintly, and we prove we can rise to the challenge. Humanity didn't just survive the fleet, we made a stand. We showed the galaxy who we are. Dr. Patel added, the Seed of Infinity will always be part of Earth now. It is a legacy, not just a weapon. And with it comes responsibility. Every decision, every action will ripple across the stars. As night fell over Earth, the stars seemed brighter, as if acknowledging the planet's new status. Ships from distant systems began to approach cautiously, not all hostile, some curious, some seeking alliances. Humanity's story had begun to ripple outward. In the council chambers, Elder Wagner spoke softly, almost to himself. The galaxy will never forget Earth. It has awakened something that cannot be contained. Humans, they are not small, not weak, not insignificant. Perhaps they never were. And in the far reaches of space, unknown observers recorded every detail of the battle and the planet's power. Earth's name, the Seed of Infinity, was now part of galactic history. Fear, awe, and curiosity spread like wildfire, leaving every civilization in suspense. Back on Earth, Elias looked out at the horizon. He knew the peace would not last forever. Other threats would come. Other challenges awaited. But for the first time in history, humanity stood not just as survivors, but as equals among the stars. Mara joined him, quiet and reflective. We've earned our place. But the galaxy, it's bigger than we imagined. And now it knows we're here. Elias nodded. Yes, and we will be ready for every threat, for every challenge. Earth will stand. Humanity will rise. And our legacy, our name, will echo across the stars forever. Above, the stars shone brightly. The galaxy, once indifferent, had taken notice. A small planet had awakened, and with it, the course of history had changed. Earth's true name, the Seed of Infinity, was no longer a secret. The legacy of humanity had begun, and somewhere in the quiet darkness of space, the galaxy held its breath, waiting for the next chapter. The galaxy had begun to whisper about Earth. Every major system, every council member, every intelligence network had recorded what had happened. But while humanity celebrated its victory, the stars themselves its secrets yet unseen. Captain Elias Varga stood on the deck of the Aurora, watching Earth rotate below. The planet was recovering, but the war had left marks. Shattered satellites, orbital debris, and the memory of fire across cities. Yet there was pride, a sense of survival against impossible odds. Dr. Aaron Patel's hologram flickered beside him. Captain, the seed of infinity's energy is still active, but something else is happening. My instruments are detecting faint signals coming from beyond the edge of known space. Not ships, not fleets, something older. Something that predates the Council itself. Mara Chen's voice was quiet, but tense. Older than the ancient civilizations we know? What does that mean? It means, Aaron said slowly, that the seed has attracted attention we never imagined. Forces that have watched silently for millennia. They are aware now of Earth, of humans, and of the amplifier. Outside the ship, distant stars shimmered unnaturally. A shadow seemed to move between them, barely perceptible, yet unmistakable to trained instruments. Elias felt a chill. Are they hostile? Aaron shook his head. We can't tell yet, but they are powerful beyond anything we've faced, and they are patient, waiting, studying, judging. Meanwhile, in the council chambers, debates raged. Some members wanted to strengthen alliances with humanity. Others whispered caution, fearing the potential of a single planet holding such power. Ambassador Ticharwanen hissed, humans survived a fleet designed to destroy them. The seed, it recognizes them. If we underestimate what comes next, all the galaxy could be at risk. But back on Earth, the people were unaware. Children played under recovering sunlight, unaware of distant eyes watching, measuring, calculating. Humanity had proven its strength. Yet the galaxy was vast, and the darkness beyond the stars had only just begun to stir. On the Aurora, Mara tapped the console repeatedly. Captain, there's movement. Small, subtle, almost like probes, but not conventional. They are studying us, learning, testing. Elias nodded. Prepare our defenses, alert fleets. We've survived once. Humanity will survive again. And this time, we will not wait to be attacked. We will meet them on our terms. Dr. Patel's voice was low, almost a whisper. The seed of infinity, it's guiding us, yes. But it also warns. There are powers in the galaxy far older and more dangerous than the fleet we defeated. This is only the beginning. Far beyond known space, in shadows older than any star, eyes glimmered. Shapes and forms incomprehensible to human understanding stirred, sensing the awakening of a force they had long watched silently. A planet, small and fragile, now glowing with the energy of the seed of infinity. And one thought echoed through the void. Earth is awake, and it will be remembered